What is going on, you guys? Welcome back to another video and welcome back to the vlogs. Today, as you guys may or may not know, the Mach 1 has been released. So I'm gonna go into what the Mach 1 was, some of the details that you guys, I think, need to know about it. And after 17 years, they brought it back. I'm gonna give you guys my opinion on if Ford made the right decision bringing it back with these specific specs. Just because, you know, some people said it's really underwhelming. Some people said this is the best one made so far. So I want to kind of dive into that. But first, we have to show some love to the non-Mach 1, which is just my basic 5.0 2013 on bags. If you guys are new to the channel, we've had a lot of new subscribers and I thank you guys for that. The engagement has been insane on these last few videos. So I just want to say thank you guys so much for your support. One of the things I do need to do though is move this trash can because I have to like clip this corner to actually get out of my steep driveway. That's why I'm on bags, by the way. Because literally if I didn't, my exhaust, it's kind of close to the ground. If I didn't, my exhaust would scrape. Like already even aired up like this, it's so close. Like it's that close when I come out. The car's a mess. It's got dingleberries all over the place. I used to be so anal about this whole car staying so clean, but it's a black car and well, you guys know that story. It does not stay clean for very long. So let's go ahead, do a little cold start. I'll back her out and then I'll let you guys listen. Ready, spaghetti. Oh yeah. She just hit 95,000. Always good. Let that go away. By the way, I never hit the throttle. This is literally just me letting out the clutch to get it rolling and then it starts rolling out of the garage itself. Like that's just me in neutral. So I didn't really hit the throttle at all. So I'm letting it warm up. Don't worry about it. There she is, warming up. I really wanted to get the yellow and black plate because California offers that. I've just been slacking on it. I was supposed to do that and then I forgot. So that's why that hasn't happened. She's just getting real nice and warm. It's been a few days, so I'll let her come up to temperature before we go driving. I really forgot how different this car drives over my other car. Come on, make the light. Doing it all one-handed. Downshift. Oh. Yeah. But as I was saying, it drives so much differently. Like I could not make that turn the way that I did in my other car. Like this car just handles like it's on rails in comparison to what I already had. So I've been driving my other car for a couple of days now. Haven't driven this. It's always a nice surprise when you get back into your fun car. Come on, get over. But we do need some gas because, well, Mustang V8 life. So let's grab some gas. Actually, gas prices aren't too bad, like just over $3 to get going. And we're going. When I first got this car, apparently it's a common issue. I just figured I should let you guys know as we're filling up. But it used to always click, and it used to like go for literally $1 and then it would click. Well, I found out the issue is actually an axle vent tube. So if you guys ever have that issue, check it out. It's actually on, I think, the passenger side. There's an axle vent tube and that will be probably the culprit because I saw people that had to twist the handle, like they had it like 90 degrees or 45 degrees, you know, 90 degrees, 45 degrees, whatever it is. I even tried 180, so I had it flipped upside down and that still didn't do anything. If anything, it just made it like almost want to spill. So if you guys ever have a filling up issue, and apparently this is very common on the S197, so 05 to 14, you don't just have to have a 5.0. Especially if you're lowered, your plastic axle vent tube probably melted to the axle. Common issue, easy, you just clip it a little bit higher and that way you never have issues. Try to get it to 32 on the dot. Yeah, I pride myself on that. That's one of my favorite joys, is getting it just on the next dollar. Yeah. Full tank, baby, ready to rip. I've been doing this one-handed thing as I'm sitting at a red light, but you know, I really like this angle more. It's more like where my nose is rather than my head. Because on the head mount, it seems like it's a little too tall for really like, I don't know, how I see it. Like this is my angle, this is my view. You guys are like up here usually, so I want to try to figure out a way to get this view without having to hold it, because obviously one-handed is not the safest. However, I'm just trying to do my best to capture the angles for you guys. All right, let's get this going. Ugh. not bad. Like I said, wish I just had both hands. It's not like I'm super ripping it or trying to power shift or anything. Again, my engine may be warmed up, or at least the oil temperature is warmed up. Let me check. Yeah, that's warmed up, but my transmission fluid is not. So you don't want to start ripping on it when your transmission's not really all warmed up and ready to go. I'll show you guys what I mean by the transmission not warmed up. It's notchy. I swear it's not me not knowing how to shift. Like, I'm not doing anything besides putting in the clutch. So like, watch. I'll avoid all this road crap. See, I'll go slow, put in the clutch, and it's kind of like a wall that you have to sort of push through, give it a second, and it'll do it. But, I mean, it's definitely not the way it's supposed to feel. I've felt smoother transmissions. So we've made it to the infamous warehouse spot where I always do my talking, just because I don't own my own warehouse or own my own shop. So this is where I like to come and talk to you guys, just kind of one-on-one. Got my FedEx guys loading up in the back. I just wanted to talk to you guys about the Mach 1. Now, let me pull it up so I don't get anything mistaken here. Here's the facts, right? It's a 5-liter, 480 horsepower, crank horsepower, so maybe 425, 430 wheel, maybe around there. I might be a little overestimating, but it's around there. This is for the 2021 year. Has all new styling, which I happen to really like, especially the upgraded wheels. The upgraded wheels are the best looking stock wheels on a Mustang, probably since the 1314 Shelbys. But this one looks legit, and I'll show you guys what I'm talking about. It even has some orange accents. You know me and my bright color accents. Now, if it came out with yellow accents, shoot, I might have to place an order for a Mach 1, but right now is not the time. I got some other things on my mind. Here's the big kicker though that makes me really love the Mach 1, and I guess that kind of reveals what my thoughts are on it, is that Ford is listening. On a 5.0, right? A 5.0 platform, not a Shelby with a 5.2 or whatever. They put a Tremec transmission into it. This is huge because I was just saying, I hope Ford starts to listen to us and add the transmission that we all really like, which is Tremec. Now, I know Tremec has their own issues as well, notchiness when cold, things like that, but it's a top mount or a better linkage setup, and I think the parts are a little bit better made, well, a lot better made. So it's either coming with the Tremec TR3160 or a 10-speed auto. I'm not a big auto fan. You guys are saying like, whoa, you could fix all your manual transmission issues if you just go get an automatic. Well, that would just be absurd. I'm not an automatic driver. I like manuals. And the 3160 is the same transmission out of the GT350, which I'll insert a clip. I drove my buddy's bagged GT350. I think I even have the moment that sold me on MGW shifters. So let's go ahead and take it for a drive and we could talk about more there. Oh man, MGW, feels good. Oh, that's a race car for sure. Totally different than an MT82. A little bit of traffic before we get on the freeway. Wow, that's short. That is a short throw. Oh, I just shifted a little bit there. This MGW is so stiff when you first get into it. Oh my God. It just revs forever. That transmission felt leagues better, way better than the MT82 that's in my car. I wish I had that transmission. So the fact that the 5.0 platform on the S550 is getting an TR3160. What that tells me is that the bell housings and stuff like that, they obviously made it fit for the 5.0 Coyote rather than a 5.2 or whatever. So I'm hoping maybe we get a really well-made 3160 for the next gen 5.0. I'm hoping that's what they're testing out this Mach 1. And now on the other side, people are saying, well, it doesn't come with the classic shaker hood of the Mach 1. You're right, it doesn't. It has this little matte black stripe thing that most people are probably gonna remove. You know what? The Mach 1 shaker was cool and all. The Challenger has a shaker. It's all right. I don't think it's the main thing. Like, I wouldn't be butthurt about a shaker hood on a Mach 1. Even the originals, I think, the original like 71 or 70s Mach 1 didn't have the shaker hood. So for me, not that big of a deal. I'd rather just match the styling. Plus, if you notice, they have the little fog lights there, the little circle fog lights, which you could probably use for cooling, like brake duct cooling, or you can even retrofit I guess a fog light into them. just like the 1314s, how they have the LED fogs. I'm sure someone's gonna make a kit to put those in the S550. Now, another thing that's coming along is the giant 6-piston Brembo brakes. Mine have the little 4 pistons. They upgraded, now they have the 6 pistons, and they're huge. I'm pretty sure that that's gonna have plenty of stopping power. And really what I think Ford aimed to do was to separate like the middle ground between a 5.0 and a Shelby. And they did that with the Mach 1. They put kind of faster child parts together. On the flip side though, I still think it's gonna be way overpriced. If they came in with this car at $50,000, like pretty well optioned, I think it'd be a huge hit. Ford's just getting a little expensive when even a MagnaRide car, because you know, this does come standard with MagnaRide, let me just say that. All of the Mach 1s come standard with MagnaRide. You know, for that stuff, it's so expensive. And to get into just a GT now with MagnaRide and, you know, a manual transmission, if you want leather, it's almost 50 something grand. Like, the Mustang is kind of meant to be at least a base model somewhere in there. You know, some people like the features. A base model somewhere in there to get people hot rodding and modifying, because that's what makes the Mustang group and brand and the community so great. There's freaking parts for everything. Like, people are gonna start modding these Mach 1s, putting Whipples on them, I'm sure, putting clutches in them. And now we're gonna have like 800 horsepower Mach 1s with MagnaRide, beautiful big brakes, a nice little appearance package. And I think that's gonna be absolutely killer. When people start getting their hands on them and they have a little bit of extra money for some mods, it's gonna make a huge difference. And I think these cars are gonna start shining, where a lot of people are gonna second guess their Shelby GT350 purchases and go more into the Mach 1. And then on top of that, it has other braces and all the other bushings and stuff like that. A lot of those pulled over from the GT500. So it is a pretty good package. There's a lot of things you can't see that you'll just have to feel when you drive the car. But I would love to get my hands on one and drive one. So Ford, if you're listening, one, put the newer Trimix into the next gen 5.0. Hopefully you guys already got that picture. And two, invite me out to the track or something. I'd really give you guys an honest review of what this Mach 1 is all about. Hopefully one day I can get behind the wheel and really push one and see what it's all about. I think it's a pretty good win for Ford. I just think it's gonna be a little too expensive. The initial people that buy them are gonna take a depreciation hit, but when people start getting them for 40, 45, it's gonna be like the Boss 302, where it had a little bit better motor, a lot better of, you know, the suspension, stuff like that. But I think the Mach 1 is gonna hold its value once it kind of just dips a little bit, like all good cars, like the Boss 302s. I think it's gonna be the next gen Boss 302, honestly. That's how I feel about it. I'm even hoping that when people open up the motors, there's a little twist or something like that, where it's got a little bit extra, I guess of the cylinder wall, it has a little bit extra support or something, kind of like the Boss 302s were. A little different on the block, because I feel like the Mach 1, I swear, man, I think it's gonna be like a 1200 horsepower reliable car that people are gonna be ripping with a Tremec. It's gonna be a beautiful car. That's my hopes for it. So we'll have to just kind of wait and see. But I'm gonna go ahead and wrap it up right here. I kind of gave you guys my thoughts on the new Mach 1. I think it's a win. Let me know what you guys think down in the comments below. Were you kind of underwhelmed, or were you like, yes, this is what Ford needed to do? I'd love to hear your thoughts. So leave them down in the comments below and we'll talk about it in the next video. As always, I hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, then please comment, like, and subscribe. And I'll catch you guys next time.